welcome back to the OHIO podcast special call-in show on a Friday night post hammer dropping. Hammer time. Too legit to cheat, right? And that is that what we're going with? I'm kind of poking the bear with Chris tonight, as you guys can see. I got thoughts tonight, but before we get into our thoughts, before we get into your phone calls, everybody, $30 super chat tonight for the magazine, said Jason Maynard. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. A second $30 super chat tonight from Buck Vader for the magazine with a "we will settle this on the field" response on that. Thank you to both of you for your super chats tonight. Of course, everybody, they're talking about this, our second edition. Yes, there are others who are now trying to do this, but we were the originals. Once again, Chris, the OGs, buddy. The originals, our preview magazine. We're very proud of it. We're just two guys who love Ohio State. And we put this bad boy together. It's $30 if you like one, man. We appreciate it. Free digital copy to all members. So make sure you email us if you're a member, theohilpodcast@gmail.com, to get your free link to your free digital copy. And if you would like a copy for this, you can super chat us $30. You can send me $30 via Venmo if you would like. We will send this to you in the mail. That includes shipping and handling. So we're doggone proud of it. We want to get it to as many hands as we possibly can. Obviously, Chris, tonight is an interesting night, to say the least. We have been very quiet on certain things that I'm going to address tonight from a show perspective. I feel like tonight is the appropriate night to let all of you know where Chris and I, but most importantly me, because I'm speaking for myself here, but speaking on behalf of the OHIO podcast, which I started back in 2019, where we stand on certain issues. There has been a great divide amongst Ohio State fans for a long time now, several years maybe, well over a year. We have tried our best to stay neutral, stay out of it. When we first started this show, back in 2019, Aaron and I, we were two buds who loved football, were passionate about Ohio State, and we talked about it so much we decided, let's record ourselves talking about it. We met Chris. We invited Chris to come on because Aaron was in the military and was being sent overseas, and we needed someone else to run with us. Chris hopped in, volunteered, and we became a three-man team. And then when Aaron wasn't available, it was Chris and I. And that's how this show grew. We were audio only for a long time until we decided to jump on YouTube, and we've seen tremendous growth since then. We appreciate each and every single one of you who find value in what we present as a platform. That being said, we have never attached ourselves to any other channel. We've been asked. We've been persuaded at times, and we just never have. The OHIO podcast is not associated with any other channel. It never has been. I can't say it never will be. I don't know. But as of right now, it's not. We are who we are. And today there was a comment made that we wanted to be like somebody else. And I bit my tongue because it was an untrue comment. We've never wanted to be like anybody else. We just wanted to be us. I have tried my very best, and Chris will attest to this. I've tried my very best to treat everybody exactly the same, exactly how I would want to be treated. I don't try to be anybody else. I just try to be myself. And I can lay my head on my pillow at night knowing that I have been honest and I have been fair to the best of my abilities with everybody. I hope, Chris, that now that this is over, some of the immaturity, some of the disdain, certain individuals have in this fan base for one another can end. That's my hope. Maybe it's a false hope. Maybe I'm wishing on a dream. I don't know. But that's my hope. And at the end of the day, I want all of you to know that as long as you come here and want to talk ball and you want to love Ohio State and hate on Michigan, you're welcome here. You're welcome here. I don't care what you do outside. I don't care what you say outside. That's none of my business. Just keep it positive the best you can in the chat. That's all I ask. But I'm going to create content. I'm going to talk about Ohio State because I love doing it. I love doing it. It's not about making money. Trust me, it's not about making money. We spend more money than we make here at the OHIO podcast. It's not about a competitive edge over somebody else. And trust me, there is a lot of backstabbing that happens amongst podcasters. A lot of backstabbing. A lot of stealing of other people's ideas, stealing of other people's material. So much so that it's downright disgusting at times.
It is.
And it's because of the competitiveness that people have in them. And I'm just not going to play those games, man. I'm not going to play those games. So I have tried to be as clear as I possibly can, and let me spell it out for everybody today. We are not associated with Buckeye Scoop. We never have been. We are not associated with Menace. We never have been. We're just the little engine that could. We're just the little OHIO podcast. It's who we are. So please do not associate us with any of those people. Now, let me address one person. He seems to be the person of the hour, and that is Nevada Buck. I have never met him in my life. I have never talked to him in my life. I have never emailed him. I have never messaged him. I have watched his program. And I will admit that I at times said I felt he was the first one to call USC and UCLA to the Big Ten. And I gave him credit for that. And after he broke that news, I started to maybe listen a little bit more to what he had to say. And maybe I shouldn't have. I don't know. Maybe, but I did. I'm admitting that I did. Okay. Do I believe that he lied to everybody? Do I believe that he does not have an inside source and he just lied to everybody? I don't know. Chris, I don't know.
And we aren't going to say something about somebody that we don't know. That's not who we are.
So I can't sit here tonight and tell you he lied. I don't know. That's all I'm telling you. But like I told everybody from the beginning, if the hammer doesn't fall, there will be people who have egg on their face. There you go. So he's got to wear that tonight, I guess. I'm not going to sit here and bash the man. I don't know him. I don't know him. So I know this. I know B. Moses. I've met him several times. I've talked to him several times.
Very good guy.
And I like him. He's a nice man. I've never met Zach Smith. I don't know him. I don't know him. So I'm not going to bash him either. But as far as this platform, we're not going to talk about it. That's between those entities. We're not associated with either one, and we won't be. So that's between them. So please keep that out of the chat. Okay? I don't want to talk about it. We're not associated with them. So here's what I'm going to say moving on, Chris. Here's what I'm going to say about today. I should have stuck to my guns. I should have stuck to my initial feeling that the NCAA was a toothless organization and they weren't going to do anything. That's how I felt this whole entire time up until about a month or so ago, when on TG and Sean's program, they interviewed Intrinsic. And he brought a lot of information that I listened to and felt he made very good points. And so I started to lean more towards the middle of this thing. If you all recall, when I had Always Irish on, right, John Kennedy, he asked me what I thought it was going to be, and I said it's going to be somewhere in the middle. Ohio State fans are going to be unhappy. Michigan fans are going to be unhappy. That was where I landed, and I was wrong. It wasn't in the middle. Michigan fans are very happy tonight. And they should be. They should be. So I will be the one. I will admit when I was wrong. I should have stuck to my guns. I should have kept my faith that the NCAA was a toothless organization. It was going to do nothing, because that's what happened. And I didn't. So I will admit my wrong there. Now, do I still believe Intrinsic brought significant information that I believe is, for the most part, true? I do. I do. There was a 70-plus page report, Chris, and I haven't read it all, but a 70-page plus report produced by the NCAA today about this cheating scandal. It is unequivocally proven Connor Stallions, under the guidance of Jim Harbaugh, created a cheating scheme that was incredibly successful. The NCAA chose not to punish them outside of a 30 million or whatever it's being reported, and show causes to basically two people who don't matter. They chose to do that. So what does that mean? It means a lot of people are upset in Buckeye Nation. It means a lot of people in Michigan land are very happy. It's over. There's nothing that can be done from here. Ross Bjork should immediately make a statement that we're reinstating all of our wins. We're hanging the banner back up, and there's nothing the NCAA can do about it, because they're not going to do anything. Here's what happened with the NCAA. Here's what happened to the NCAA. The NCAA was on life support, Chris. They flatlined today. They flatlined. The NCAA was on life support, and today they flatlined. Right now, someone over there in Indianapolis is going, clear! We'll see if they get brought back to life. But right now, they're a dead organization, Chris. I don't know if the doctors called it yet, but their heart ain't beating right now. And because of that, at this point, do whatever you want. If you've got the money, honey, it ain't going to matter. Do whatever you want. That's where we're at right now. If I'm Akron, I sue the NCAA today. I sue them today.
Every program that's been sanctioned in the last 10 years should go back and sue the NCAA today.
Because there's nothing they are going to do. They can't. There's nothing they can do. They have lost complete and total power. They have none. It's a facade. It is a complete and utter facade. It is a mirage. It's not really there. It's people collecting money. That's all they care about. That's what the entire NCAA basketball tournament is all about. It's a money grab. It's all they care about is money. Like I said, you got the money, honey. Do whatever you want. That is the era in which we now live. So there you have it. That's the truth. Whether you like it or you don't. That's the truth tonight. That's where we're at. That's my thoughts on everything. It's all laid out there for everybody. Okay? It's all laid out there for everybody. So that hopefully answers any questions y'all have about me and Chris and this platform or this show. We have purposely kept our mouth shut and stayed out of things because it's no good for us and it's really no good for you all. And now that this is over, I want everybody to just move on. I've said my piece. All right, Chris, I will turn it over to you to give your thoughts. I'm sure you have some interesting thoughts. We want to welcome everybody who's in the chat tonight for this special call-in show. Again, the phone line's open, 567-483-1999. We'll be going to you guys on the phone lines. They're already completely full. If you call, you get a busy signal, guys. It's because we have 5 phone lines. They're all full. We will go through them as quickly as we can. And by the way, guys, yes, I understand there's going to be a lot of people from the cheaters up north who are going to show up. They're going to do their victory lap. They're going to laugh. They're going to make their troll emojis. They're going to take this as another victory for whatever it is. They have no integrity.
But we do want to thank you for helping our algorithm. So
yes, we appreciate that. Thank you. At the end of the day, who are you as a man? Who are you as a fan? The integrity, a lot of it, and I don't just say that to them. I say that to Ohio State fans too. There's a lot of Ohio State fans who've lost their integrity throughout this thing. It's the one thing you have at the end of the day. It's your reputation. It's your integrity. So it is par for the course for that fan base to do exactly what they're going to do tonight. Guys, just take it on the chin. Let it happen. It's okay. November's coming. That's when we can settle it. And if we don't, then serious questions will be asked about Ryan Day. Right? That's where we're at. All right. Hopefully that calms everything. Chris, go for it.
You know, this is what I need people to understand. The NCAA failed you today. I had faith in the NCAA, faith that was obviously ill-placed. I can admit that. But let me just say, this was a failure on the part of the NCAA. They did not say that Michigan did not cheat. They did not exonerate them. In fact, quite the opposite.
Yeah.
They said not only did they cheat, but they destroyed the evidence. They said that they did not want to punish young men who were not there when this happened. Bull. That had nothing to do with it.
Why'd they punish Akron?
Exactly. That had nothing to do with this. This was a simple cash grab. They were afraid of messing up their television deals. All it was. Michigan is guilty. They cheated, and whether they want to admit it or not, the asterisk always stays there. But, as Eric said, as Buck Vader said to start this night off with his super chat, November, we fix it. We move on past the cheaters up north. And Eric, I'm reminded of the immortal words of the great Jake Taylor. You know who that is, right?
Go for it.
From Major League. There's only one thing left to do.
Go win the whole dang thing.
Win the whole freaking thing.
And we did.
One more time. Let's go out and do it again. That's our focus. Not the scum suckers who are running around here dancing and prancing. They don't matter to us, guys. We are Buckeye Nation. We need to get focused on where we need to be, which is 15 days from now when we kick off against Texas.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we need to be. And Eric, you are a much better person than I am. Many times, what you've told me has kept me from not diving so much into the petty disagreements on the other channels. But when we have people calling us out 1 minute who are basically stealing our ideas at the same time, that I want to say things, but I don't, out of respect for Eric and out of respect for our fan base who comes here to listen to what we do on a weekly basis.
Thank you. It's been a place for me. This has always been therapeutic for me. It's been entertaining. It's fun. When it loses its joy to do, and I no longer find joy in it, that's when I will leave. I will no longer do it. When it's no longer fun for me to sit down, turn a mic on, and talk ball with my friends and those of you in the chat and interact with you guys, that's when I know it's time to leave. And there have been times, and what I'm about to say is 100% true. There have been times when my own fan base, the Ohio State fans, are the ones that are trying to suck the joy out of it. I actually love it when Michigan fans try to troll us.
Because we know they suck, Eric.
I love it. It's a part of being a rivalry. Yeah. It's fun. What's not fun is having people who wear the same colors as you start trashing you for no reason at all. When you've just tried to be fair to everybody. So that's the truth. So we try to present a place where people can come, hang out, have fun talking ball. That's what matters. It's why we say don't talk about each other in the chat. Don't talk about people who aren't here. They don't matter because they're not here. Right?
Yep.
That's why we say that. And so people can say whatever they want, and they can do whatever they want. Here on the OHL podcast, we talk ball, we have fun, we enjoy college football because it's the best sport on earth, and this is a part of it. This chapter will be written in history. Think about this for just a second. We lived through a chapter in history in the greatest rivalry in sports that will be written about for decades to come. And we experienced it firsthand. This was a similar 10-year war. It's another chapter in the greatest book that's ever being written about college football and the greatest rivalry in college football. And here's the good news from today, Chris. I hate the NCAA. I think it's finally dead.
Thank
That's actually
God.
a good
Let's
thing.
Bury it.
We're one step closer to what we all want anyways, in uniformity across the board. We're one step closer to that. So that's actually a good news that came out of it. Let's go to the phone lines, everybody. Let's get them involved into it tonight. Buck Vader's up first. Let's bring him on. Buck Vader, thank you for your patience for waiting.
Hey guys, it's Vader. How's it going tonight? I've been better.
We've been better as well, Buck Vader. Appreciate your honesty. I know today has been an interesting day for you. Hit us with your thoughts, man.
First, the NCAA is completely pointless at this point. College football needs to break away and make a new governing body. They can't even enforce their own rules, and I don't want to hear that everyone that did it is gone. Excuse. Then don't take 2 years to do something, or hey, race an idea, at least vacate the wins and strip the title. Are the scum fans going to troll us? Absolutely. Just remind them they were found guilty and we owned them. They had to cheat to get back in this rivalry, which their own quarterback admitted. If the NCAA won't give us and all the teams they cheated justice, then we need get justice on the field, where it will hurt them the most.
100%.
Absolutely.
$5 super chat. Let me read it real fast from Bobby Mack. Hey, buddy, good to see you. Wish I could listen in tonight, but just stopping by real quick to like and help out the numbers by my fellow Buckeyes. 2012 national champions. Hashtag scum sucks. Yeah, buddy. It's appreciate you, man. Appreciate the super chat. You didn't have to do that, but I appreciate that very much. Have a good night, my man. All right, Vader, what else you got, man? Because we agree with that 100%.
Next, I would like to talk about how the team should proceed. First, we need to stop being so nice all the time. I'm not saying cheat, I'm saying push the boundaries, take full advantage of the huge resources we have, such as scouting, recruiting, the portal, coaching. Push the envelope any way we can find. Next, like Wildman said last night, I have no doubt Fox had their hands in this. Next time the contract is up, remind Fox Ohio State is the best thing to have, and you can forget us doing 8 big noon kickoffs every season. Finally, Coach Day needs to tell the team every day how scum cheated the program, the brotherhood, the fans, college football itself.
I like the Fox thing, definitely. Bjork needs to throw his weight around more. Gene Smith never did. Throw the weight of Ohio State around a little bit more. I agree with that. I also agree with. I don't want to say we cheat. You neither did you. You said push the boundaries.
Push the boundaries.
Yeah.
But that's not who Ryan Day is, Eric.
Well, let's see how he reacts from this.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see how he reacts from this. I mean, what outside of paying players and NIL to come here, which it's on again, off again, on again, off again. I guess just do it. Who cares what NCAA says about it? Because they're not going to do nothing. Like I said. So yeah, pay them. Let's go.
Let the flips commence.
Let the flips commence. There we go. I like it. Vader, what else you got, man?
Finally, I want to talk about Buckeye Nation and our community. We need to get back to the team and the game we love. We have obsessed about this way too long and way too much. I believe it even took away from our historic title run to a small degree. I need to apologize, I bought into all of it too. I was stupid, I'm not going to name it here, but I went to a channel every night for almost 3 years because I wanted to believe the hammer was coming. I now know it was all a lie. Please, if you want to come to a channel to celebrate Buckeye football, come to a channel like this one. Don't make the dumb mistake I made and fall for a channel that just wants clicks and profits. After today, there are a few channels I won't be going back to. Please, let's not let scum, the NCAA, and bad creators take away from what I believe will be another great season.
Well said, buddy. That is well said, and I appreciate you and your faith in coming out and hanging out with us. And anybody can go watch whatever they want. That's freedom, man. We have the freedom to do that. You choose to want to come and hang out with us, Vader, and I appreciate that very much, man. You're a good dude, and we're glad you're a part of our community, and I want you to know that, man. So I guess, anything else, Vader? Or is that all, buddy?
Thanks everyone for letting me come on and letting me vent. Everyone, please watch all the content on this channel. If you can get a membership or give a super chat, please do it. These are good men. OH.
Thank you for the call, Vader. That's what I'm talking about. I did not set that up. I did not. I had no idea what he was going to talk about tonight.
But Eric, that's the kind of listeners we love.
Yes.
He is so passionate about this team and about this game. That's the kind of people we want in our chat every night.
100%, dude. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Vader. You're a good dude, man. Appreciate that. Appreciate you. We have a phone line open, 567-483-1999. We have one phone line open. We're going to try to keep these a little quick tonight, everybody, because we know a lot of people are going to have a lot of things to say, so we're going to try to make these a little faster tonight. TG, I know you're going to have things to say. I'm just going to let you go, girl.
Actually, let me tell you this right now. Eric, I was warning you to take the family friendly off because there will be people calling me in with some attitudes. I was telling you that ahead of time. Let me say that now. But I actually have found out something very interesting about this whole thing because I went and dived deep into the whole committee of infractions and trying to figure out what had happened and listening to their BS explanations because I had to try to find the conference just to listen to it. And you know what I found so funny when I was going through this entire thing?
What's that?
What I found so funny is the committee of infractions, the NCAA is so ticked off with the committee of infractions. People don't know this because I've been spending the entire time looking through this, trying to figure out, trying to get some news, trying to read up on a bunch of stories. You know, I do my research. And apparently, the committee of infractions just went rogue and completely, and I mean this when I say this, completely ignored the bylaws of the rules. They completely ignored it and just gave Michigan a slap on the wrist. To a point where the president of the NCAA is so ticked with them. Same with the committee, same with the NCAA investigation team. Everybody in the NCAA is so ticked because now they know how it's going to be interpreted. And that the committee of infractions basically just screws them over in the biggest way possible. So people who are ticked in Buckeye Nation, people who are ticked across, because trust me, SEC, Big 12, and ACC fans are all angry. You ain't the only ones that are angry. Because now there's some legit, like, I think the NCAA is dead at this point. But for once, they're actually not the people who did it are people who went rogue within the NCAA themselves, the committee of infractions. I found that so interesting when that got out. Not only did I hear, not only did I read up on it, but people who have gotten interviews within the NCAA actually said it. They were not happy about this whole thing. So for people, look, I'm not going to excuse them, but the fact that your infractions committee completely ignored the rules is they just went rogue. That says something right there. Like, them people need to lose their job. Because the NCAA brought this in-house for one reason. So this way they could be the enforcers of the rules. And their infraction committee completely screwed that up for them. So these people are the biggest set of morons. You don't deserve a job. You screwed everybody over at the end of the day. And I know for Buckeye Nation, and look, because of that, we as Buckeye fans, we just got to take it on the egg on the face.
Oh, yeah.
We got to take it as an egg on the face.
Yeah.
We got to take it. Like, at the end of the day, they got every right to brag. They weren't wrong. The committee of infractions was spineless. They just took money. Whereas the NCAA themselves wanted postseason bans, wanted their wins vacated, wanted their national title taken. Period. Point blank. They did not want them to get just a slap on the wrist. They knew what would happen if this happened. They knew what would happen, and they got screwed. So at this point, for everybody, just take it on the chin. We're just going to have to go to November, and just have everybody, including every team in the Big Ten, you got to get your justice on the field against this team. You just got to at this point. Like, you can't rely on human beings to get something right.
TG.
And what's funny about this is the most scandalistic program got away with another scandal. This program is so scandalistic, and they get away with it. I don't know how.
TG, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
So, I know where you live. I know how I was raised. And I've always heard this is true or not. I don't know. I've always heard this to be true. Maybe you can explain it to me based off your location. But there's a thing called the law of the jungle when it comes to inner city. And when the law won't be there to support you, you kind of have to take the law into your own hands. Am I right? Is that
practically? Yeah.
Okay. Basically.
Yeah, no, that's not a lie. That's happened at times. Now, yeah. I'm not saying that always happens, but that happened at times.
And basically, that's what we have to do here is Ohio State. Ohio State we have to be the judge and jury now, and it has to happen on the field. It has to happen on the field. So that's the reality of it. And I finally,
that's more the reality.
I'm not angry about it. I'm not angry about it because, in a way, in a way, it sets up November to be either a beautiful or a disastrous thing, man. One way or the other. And I've lived long enough to know that usually when things like this happen, what comes around goes around. Usually that's what happens. You have any final thoughts, TG? I didn't know that about the infraction committee. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, I found this out while I was looking it up, and others are talking about it now and are outraged with them. And like I said, the NCAA themselves are so angry with the infractions committee about this whole thing. They couldn't handle it.
Well, then I would think the NCAA would have recourse. They truly went rogue, that the NCAA could still have recourse. Don't get me wrong, I'm as ready as everybody to have it dead and buried, but
yeah, I think there's a chance these people lose their jobs because this was within the NCAA and these people just went rogue on purpose. And I just want to say this because people need to read the statement. They literally said, they did not say Michigan didn't do it. They literally laid it out. The reason for it was so nonsensical in the sense of, it kind of reminds me so much of, people don't know how to probably like this, but y'all know the O.J. Simpson case, right?
Yeah, yeah, I lived through it, girl.
He's clearly guilty, but got found innocent by the jury for whatever reason, even though you were clearly guilty. That's what this case reminds me of so much, because it's like, they're clearly guilty, and yet you still gave them a slap on the wrist. Like, seriously? My thing is, for everybody, you're just going to have to understand, like, the NCAA is just like the rest of us. They're irritated, ticked off, completely PO'd with their infractions committee for going rogue on them and not following the law. They literally didn't follow the law. They tried to talk about how the infractions would be, the vacating rules would be based off player ineligibility when the laws clearly show differently. So at the end of the day, I'm just going to tell people, we're just going to have to exact our revenge on the field, and that goes for every team. And look, I know for a lot of Buckeye fans, and trust me, for a lot of other fan bases, they're thinking to themselves, you know, if you guys can't even enforce the rules, why should we follow them?
Exactly.
Why? And that's the one thing that as to why the NCAA is so angry, because their infractions committee killed them at this point.
Yeah.
I think this should be a lesson to the NCAA. No more infraction committees. No more, like, you got to break it all down, man. No more of this system that you have like a courtroom. Like, you got to be more like the NFL, where it's strict punishment. The second that something happens, you're just going to give a strict punishment based on your own court. The president needs to step up and start doing that now. Yeah, we're getting rid of the judge system. That's no longer going to be a thing anymore. We're going to punish on the second you commit an infraction. The second you do that, we're just going to punish you. Just like Roger Goodell does. Because imagine, Roger Goodell with the Patriots, who was the big, just like how we talk about the Kansas City Chiefs right now as a franchise, is how we were talking about the Patriots back with Bill Belichick and Tom Brady. Do you really think that when Spygate happened, that Roger Goodell cared? No, he punished them harshly. He hammered them badly because that was unacceptable and unintolerable by a team in the New England Patriots. It doesn't matter how much money you bring. It doesn't matter how great of a team you are, even though Scum ain't no great team. All I'm going to say is November 30th, Ohio State, Ryan Day, because I've heard this straight up that they are so angry about this. Everybody on the Ohio State is so angry about this. All I'm going to say is you better beat them off the field. And once you get up a certain amount of points, you better go for 2 every time. Just beat them by 100. I don't care what anybody says. Beat them by 100. Fire up that team, no matter what it takes. Beat this team. Because this was nothing more than an injustice. Injustice by a bunch of rogue, morally corrupted people who really don't deserve where they need to be. So for Ohio State and for every team in the Big Ten, I know we all angry, but we all have to put it on the field and beat the tar out of Michigan. Now, if you want to do it a certain way, that's up to you. But just beat them up. Take it out on the field. Put the justice in your own hands. For the NCAA, I'm going to say it again, you better get rid of that court system and just start punishing people on the spot like a freaking NFL Roger Goodell. That's what you need to start doing.
TG, fantastic call as always, girl. Thank you for understanding where I am on what we were texting each other about today. I appreciate you. You and Sean are doing a great job.
I was trying to warn you ahead of time. Because I know certain people are going to come in and look. I talked to some people on the phone. I was just as angry as them as soon as this thing came out. Trust me, you have no idea how angry I was. But the more I dug deep, the more I realized exactly what happened. So I'm glad I did that.
Yeah, I'm glad you did too. Make sure you all go check out the video that TG and Sean dropped this morning. They had the opportunity to interview Cornelius Green. Cornelius Green was the quarterback during Archie and Pete Johnson days in the early 70s, mid 70s. He was the first African American quarterback at Ohio State. He is a living legend. He is a fantastic human being. It was a fantastic interview. TG, you need to go pinch yourself, girl, that you got to do that. He is a Rose Bowl Hall of Fame quarterback, one of the greatest in Ohio State history. I hope you know how lucky you are that you got to do that. Congratulations.
Oh, yeah, I know, man. I enjoyed it. I love talking to him. I love diving deep and talking his information. Like I said to everybody, go check it out. And as my final reminder, we shouldn't be mad at the NCAA as a whole. Be mad at that rogue infraction committee, because that committee just went rogue. The fact that even happened is a total injustice, and we're going to make it right on the football field. And I would encourage everybody to let that be known. Let it be known. This is an injustice, and we're going to correct it.
Amen. Have a good night, TG. Thanks for the call. OH.
I-O. Go Bucks.
Go Bucks. All right, we've got two lines open, 567-483-1999. 910, we're coming to you next. 260, you're on deck. 419, you're in the hole. I believe this is Tyler. Tyler, are you okay?
Eric, I'm going to be honest. I was one of those people with TG on the phone call.
Okay.
Earlier.
Well, have you taken a chill pill? Are we going to be all right?
Eric, I don't know how you feel about this. Honestly, I thought this day was the worst day in Buckeye fan history.
The worst?
Yes.
Oh, he's so young, Chris. He doesn't remember the 98 loss to Michigan State.
Yeah.
No. What I mean by that is I thought 13-10 was the most shocking, the most embarrassing thing I've ever watched, Eric, Chris. This takes the cake.
Really? Why?
Because for two reasons. You, as the NCAA, have failed not only us Ohio State fans, but the entire college football, every team across college football, period. You had one job, NCAA, and you failed.
I can agree with that.
Well,
I think that this was a massive failure, and I agree with what he's saying, Eric, that they failed not only Ohio State in the Big Ten, they failed the entire college football world. But as you've said, it shouldn't surprise us because this is their MO. This is what they do.
No, this is what I was warning everybody about for a long time, and I should have stuck to my guns, and I didn't, and that's my fault. I got this gray hair on my chin, honestly, for a reason. I've been around this. I've traveled around the sun more times than others, and therefore I should have stuck to my guns and what I knew was to be true, and that they were a toothless organization. But whether we got it right or whether we got it wrong, that's not what's important. What's important here is that they did cheat. They got caught cheating. The NCAA laid it out to everybody that they know they cheated, and yet they still decided to not punish them. My dad, I talked to my dad earlier, Chris. He had a great line. We all were expecting the hammer. The NCAA came with a feather duster. I was like, that's
because honestly,
essentially what they did.
The fine wasn't even significant.
No,
anything less than a $50 million fine was a joke.
And you know what, Chris, Eric, I I have some hypothesis as to why that is.
Okay, what you got?
Do we know who was on the jury?
I mean, I don't personally. I'm sure you can probably find out who the who's actually on the infractions committee. Are you suggesting maybe they are somehow
Maybe.
connected to Michigan?
Maybe they should be investigated.
I'm suggesting they were Michigan fans.
Oh, Tyler, I don't know about that one. That's kind of a stretch, buddy.
No. I mean, like, well, you don't know, Eric. You don't know because.
Well, you're right. I don't know.
So the thing is, if that were the case, that would explain a lot because of their punishment. What they got, they go off easy.
Here they are. I got the names for everybody. If you want to look these people up, here they are. It's a simple Google search. We've got Doug Archie, Norman Bay, Brian Blair. Okay, here's
Doug Archie's an Ohio
Doug
State guy.
Archie from The Ohio State University. Norman Bay is an attorney. Brian Blair is from the University of Toledo. Tricia Brandenburg is from the United States Military Academy. Jody Conrat is from the University of Texas. Susan Lipnicki is from Xavier University. There's a lot of Ohio people here, guys. Rich Ensor is from Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference, so the MAAC. Joshua Gordon is from Oregon. Kendra Green is from the International Operations, whatever that is. North Carolina Central University, sorry. Jeremy Jordan is from Syracuse. Okay. Cassandra Kirk is the Chief Magistrate Judge from Atlanta, Georgia. Jason Leonard is Executive Director of Athletics Compliance at Oklahoma. Stephen Madva is an attorney. Vince Nicastro is from the Big East Conference. Kay Norton is she is the president of Northern Colorado. Amy Parsons is from Colorado State University. Roderick Perry is a former director of athletics at Indiana University, Purdue University, and University Indianapolis. So that's IUPUI. Ooey Pooey is what we call them. Jill Redmond is from the Missouri Valley Conference. Mary Shutton is from Central Michigan. That's interesting. Christian Spears is from Marshall. Jim Stapleton is the president and CEO of B&R Consultants. Steve Waterford is from Oakland University. That's in Michigan. Mm-hmm. Maureen Weston is from Pepperdine. That's it. So, Tyler, that is incorrect. Okay. None of them are from Michigan.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure, Eric, because I just want to, double check. And, because I don't want to be I want to make a pre-existing judgment. I was just saying, but okay, now we cleared that up. But my other hypothesis was this, Eric. It was Fox.
Why would Fox care?
Because their biggest game of the year, every year, their biggest cash cow is the game.
So they ticked off the fan base from Ohio State, who's half of that?
I don't know. I think that the Fox executives slid a bunch of money to the NCAA and said, hey, we don't want Michigan to get punished because we want to make sure that they're good when Ohio State shows up.
I don't think that's true, but Chris, do you have a point about that?
Here's the thing. I'm not going to accuse Fox of paying anyone. I do think Fox wielded influence.
How?
Basically, not exactly, but it's similar to what Tyler's saying. I think they went in and said, listen, this is one of your two big brands, and unless you're prepared to restructure your television contract.
With the NCAA?
No,
They don't have a television contract with the NCAA.
No. This would be with the Big Ten specifically,
Right.
which I think is a big reason that Tony Petitti put his 2 cents in. And if you noticed, you mentioned it, there's a lot of Big Ten associated universities that were in that list that you mentioned.
Yes, but the former Big Ten commissioner did the same thing for Ohio State back there in Tattoo Gate. So
but just because two people do the same thing doesn't mean it's what has to be done. Here's what I'm saying. I have no evidence of this. First of all, this is a gut instinct.
Neither do I.
It's a gut instinct. Fox wielded their influence to help get this done.
What is crazy to me is that the board's chairman is Doug Archie, who is the senior associate athletic director for compliance at The Ohio State University.
And I want to hear him make a statement.
That blows my
That's what I want to hear a statement from.
I want to hear him come out and make a public statement about what happened.
So here's what a good sports journalist will do. They
should ask.
the next time you get Ross Bjork in a press conference, you flat out ask, Ross, do you feel that Doug Archie did a good job on the committee here, on the rules infraction committee for NCAA, or did he unfairly give Michigan? You got to put him on the spot with a question like that. Unless they say you can't ask that question.
But if you listen to Doug said they did not.
Well,
that's not something they typically do.
I went back and listened to what Doug said. He did say there are times they will say to you, we're not going to field questions about, and usually it's an injury situation.
Then you still ask the question.
No, you don't still ask the question because you need to be respectful of the fact that they're the ones who hold the power of your job in their hands.
I get that.
But I get what you're saying. All right, Tyler, we got a couple super chats we need to get to. Last thoughts, buddy.
Okay, I'll just say this, Eric. I went to the gym after getting done calling Lacey, TG, Lunatic, Sean, and Vader today, and I was able to decompress and able to release all my frustrations out today, and I feel a lot more. I got all that frustration out, so I feel a lot better than I was this morning.
Good. I'm glad you feel better. That's important to me. Don't let it steal your joy from being a Buckeye fan. We have 2 weeks come tomorrow to Texas. We are 2 weeks away from kickoff, man. We don't need to dwell any more on this, Tyler. We don't need to dwell any more on this, man. You've had an obsession about this, brother. Okay?
I did. And you know what? It was unhealthy, Eric, at times, because I wanted us to actually get the, justice. But you know what? Now it's over with. It's done with. So now I can just move on with my life and focus on Texas.
Amen. There you go. All right, buddy. Have a good rest of your evening. Enjoy your weekend. OH.
I'll.
All right, 260, you're next. 419, you're on deck. 740, you're in the hole. 199 super chat from my buddy Speedman. Good to see you tonight, Speedy. Simply a travesty. Gosh, I was trying to say Traverse City. That's in the wrong state. Simply a travesty of rules for a game we love. Thank you for that 199 super chat, Speedy. 100% agree with you. And then he drops us with another one, another $1.99. So now we know who got paid off. Yeah, exactly. As I was reading over the names. $5 super chat from Ryan Day's Championship Beard. I want to know how Sharon's suspension is next year during a Western Michigan game and not added to this year. This ruling was before the season.
So they had talked about this today on the radio because someone asked this very question. Apparently, it was to give the university a chance to align someone to coach that game.
Oh, okay.
Now, if somebody can tell me how and why that makes sense, I would appreciate it. But yes, that was the reasoning behind it.
Bobby Mack, I hope they do use it as fire. I hope the team does use it as fire. But can I be honest with you? Whether this happened today or not, this team should have fire come November because of what happened last year. And they don't even need to lose to have fire. They should have the fire automatically.
So, Eric, I have a question because I've seen a few chats or heard a few people talk about the whole concept of street justice, jungle justice.
Yeah.
Heard him talk about using it for fire. Do you have any concerns whatsoever that I'm not saying Ohio State would do it, but do you feel like there's any programs out there that might just take this into their own hand and it could result in one of these student athletes being injured? Program who takes it so personally.
You mean someone breaking the law and like seeking
No,
player
not
out?
like that. Just cheap shots on the field or.
So I think there's always a risk of that happening in any game.
Because at this point, can you even penalize somebody for a cheap shot on the field? I mean, you can give them a penalty in game, but can you really suspend him at this point?
How? I mean, I guess the conference can, but
why would they?
That's what I'm saying.
It's the Wild West, Eric.
I know.
I don't think the NCAA realizes what a massive mistake they made today.
I mean, we'll see what the fallout of this is going to be. It might be nothing.
And I hope that nothing happens. Believe me, I'm not here encouraging that by any reason. I would never want to see any young man that's out there playing football injured intentionally. But I'm saying there's going to be attitude. This
is a great comment, Lisa. I am more upset and disappointed about the message that this sends to all the other teams. That's apparently it's okay to cheat and win a particular game. It should not be allowed or tolerated. I agree with that 100%. That's well written, Lisa. Thank you. Another $1.99 from Speedman. Hearing more will be suspended for the next CMU game. How convenient. I don't know. Maybe he'll just have someone on their sideline. I don't know. All right, back to the phone lines. 260 is coming on. Welcome to the OHIO podcast.
Chris and Eric, how you doing?
How's it going tonight? I know this is probably a rough night for you, Red.
Terrible, terrible, terrible. I woke up at like 7 in the morning. I read my Bible. I felt really uncomfortable about this decision today. I really did. And I got all the way to 11:30, and I said, well, there's nothing leaking out, so Michigan maybe it's going to be worse than we thought, maybe better than we thought. And then they leaked it out at 11:30 on ESPN. A fine, Jared Moore suspended, and he's got a 2-year clause. And he gets to coach all those games. He's only going to have to sit out one more game, the third and fourth game, like they said, and then Western Michigan at Germany. They said,
"Yep."
Are you kidding me?
No,
you got a 2-year clause on the guy, and you're going to let him coach?
So what a show. I learned this today. What a show cause is. A show cause means it doesn't mean you can't coach. It means you can't coach for another team. You can't be hired by another team.
Yeah, but that's the thing, Eric. this guy ought to have been fired 2 or 3 years ago, and so was the athletic director. They're not doing anything. I agree with that lady that said this reminds me of the O.J. Simpson case. It really does. It really does. He was guilty. We knew he was, and he died. Now, but it really. What is wrong with the NCAA? The more people you have involved with the case, the more chances the damn thing's going to be screwed up. And that's exactly what they did on this thing. They screwed it up by putting a whole bunch of other people instead of the NCAA with their own laws. They should have went through with it. They didn't mind doing it in 2012 when it screwed you guys out of a national title.
Mm-hmm.
So why they pick on all these little teams? But when they got Michigan, what did I tell you? I told you guys 2 years ago when I started talking to you that they're the biggest bullies I ever seen, and they bullied their way into a $25 million fine. That's all they got. That's all they got. They didn't get anything else. It's ridiculous. 25, 30 million don't mean nothing to a university that's got tons of money. And I'm going to tell you what, all you did was set example for all college kids in the future and in the past to cheat like hell. And if you can win, you're not going to face any consequences.
Yeah. Spoil the rod, spare the rod, spoil the child, right?
Yeah.
It's exactly
that's
what
all they did.
It is. Yeah.
My God, I can't believe that's all they got out of this thing. And she said that they were definitely cheating and lying and everything. What about all the other teams in the college football? You're going to let one team win out against all these other college teams? It doesn't make any sense what they did.
Ray,
they need to be put in jail.
Ray,
they don't need to be fired. They need to be put in jail. They're just as bad as Michigan was.
Ray, do you remember when I said to you guys, Jim Harbaugh was playing poker here? He put all his chips in the middle. Michigan put all their chips in the middle, and they said, we call your bluff, NCAA. We call your bluff.
Yep.
Well, the NCAA put their cards on the table today, and they revealed to themselves, to everybody, they didn't have a good hand. They don't have a good hand anymore. Michigan called their bluff. And sometimes you just have...
4 years and 65 days. I waited for all this shit to come out, and that's the best they could do. They took this all the way through the committees and all the fraction, all the thing, and then they come up with this fraction thing. Why wouldn't they, if that's their bylaws, why didn't they go by them? Why did they let these guys come in and overrule them?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Why?
I don't know the answer to that, Ray. I don't know the answer to what hierarchy and system the NCAA has in place with this infraction committee. Right, the NCAA is in shambles, Ray. The NCAA has been in shambles for a while. Like I said at the beginning of the program, the NCAA was on life support and they flatlined today. They showed their hand.
I'm going to tell you something. That Big Ten commissioner a month or two ago, I told you I was worried about this shit when he started backing them up saying they wanted no more penalties for Michigan. And that's exactly what he got. You're going to try to tell me 25, 30 million don't mean nothing to that damn team. All they're going to do, I went through the YouTube today, try to find something at 11 o'clock. I couldn't find nothing. I put it back on 11:30 and they said a fine and that was it. And then I put it on one and I thought that was an Ohio State one. Of course, it was a Michigan guy. And they were just black guy gloating and laughing, saying, you delusionary Ohio State fans. They're calling us delusionary now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but Ray, he was kind of right. We were delusional because we believed in the NCAA. We believed in the process.
Right. That's right.
We believed that justice would win out. It did not.
Yeah, we have egg on our face, right?
We have to admit that we were delusional.
No honesty and integrity. I got a daughter that just forged a $5,000 check. I got to evict her. I got two people that assaulted me. I went through hell the last two months. I got cars banged a couple times. I went through a lot of shit, okay? And I have to put up with this shit too today. This is ridiculous. I'm just so frustrated with life in general. Right? There's no honesty and integrity left. This world is not only pathetic, it's terrible. It's a terrible world we live in. That's why I read my Bible, listen to spiritual music 24/7. The only thing I know is Jesus is still in control. But I'll tell you what, the devils, they sold their souls to the devil, these people today. They sold their souls to the devil.
There's
Now, people might not want to believe that, but if you read that Bible, way back in all the times, the same sin over and over. It's all about money, ain't it? Money, and they give the NCAA $25 million so they can keep their national title, and plus no bowl ban. That's all they did.
Yep. You got it, Ray. The love of money is the root of all evil.
You can't tell me no more. There's nothing left in college football. It's over. It's all over now.
I agree with that.
You can expect anything to happen now. Anything, it's going to be possible. And sooner or later, all these guys that are making big money too, they're going to start doing drugs and beating people up and killing and hurting people. That's just the way the world is. There's no way around it. God said it, the Bible, it'll get worse and worse as we go along. I didn't know what he was talking about at 30, but I sure the hell do. Another week, I'm going to be 76 if I make it. And it's frustrating. It's true. It is so frustrating in this world that we don't have any honesty and integrity hardly left. That's why I loved your team, because you had honesty and integrity. Michigan didn't have any of that. What did they do? They still bullied their way into just a $25 million fine. That's all they did. They bullied their way, like I was worried all along that they were going to bully their way out of this.
Yeah, trust fund kids, man. You just pay for it, right? Just pay. But
they were scared. They were scared of lawsuits against Michigan. Michigan didn't have a case. They had all the evidence. They could have took this to court, and no court would have backed Michigan up. But they backed down from the big money, from the Big Ten and all the other stuff. And I don't want to hear any more about that Big Ten commissioner. He's a great guy. He's a knucklebrain, just like this committee. What they put together? What a joke! They shouldn't get fired. They ought to be put in jail.
Ray, I don't know what to tell you, man. Try to enjoy your weekend.
Hey,
we got 2 weeks before Texas, brother.
I got out. I'm going to go jog tomorrow the next day. God bless you guys. I love you. And don't let other people ruin your life. You guys are good guys. And, Nevada, I was mad at him. I thought, I'm not going to listen to anything more Nevada says. But then I listened to this infraction thing, and I thought, well, that's how they screwed it up. The NCAA said to give them bowl bans and take away their victories. And what about all our victories? Why don't we get our victories back?
Yeah, we should. I mean, who cares what the NCAA says? Just go do it. Yeah. They ain't going to do nothing.
Well, how could they pick on all these little schools and build our things up that it's going to be bad for them? And then when it comes to a big school, they do nothing to them.
Yep, Chris is right. It's all about the Benjamin.
The only thing we got left, only hope we got left, is we got to go up to Ann Arbor and we got to take no prisoners. They got to go in the first quarter to the fourth quarter, play your damn game, and don't let up on them. Don't let up on them, because it's going to be in Ann Arbor. There's going to be 110,000 people against you. You've got to get off to a good start and keep the gas pedal to the throttle.
Yep, 100%, man. We got a long season to get there, so we'll just take it one game at a time. It starts with Texas. Ray, enjoy your weekend. Thanks for the call tonight, my man. I appreciate you.
God bless you.
God bless you as well, buddy.
For my family, I'll pray for yours, because I'm going through a lot of heartache right now.
We'll do, son. OH.
I-O.
Hey, Eric.
Yeah.
Can I address Bobby Mack's comment here real quick?
Sure.
He had talked about but this may not be the one. No, it's not the one I was talking about.
This one right here?
Yeah, the one about the Matt Weiss situation.
Oh, okay.
Guys, Bobby, I'm just going to tell you this right now. We've seen the way the NCAA is playing this thing. They're not going to do anything. This is going to be a legal issue, and that's exactly how they're going to present it. This is a legal issue to be dealt with in the courts. There will be no consequence to the University of Michigan for anything on that. I promise you.
Apparently, they're saying he didn't break any NCAA rules. He broke laws. So,
which is true, but he did it under the nose of the NCAA, or under the nose of the university.
yeah,
There should
he
be
did it against
university
his own
consequences.
university too,
Yes.
because he's facing a lawsuit from
Yes,
former female students of the University of Michigan.
Yes, but they're gonna push this off on the courts. The NCAA won't touch this. It's sad, but that's just the way it's going to be.
Yep. All right. We got 2 more lines open. If you guys want to continue to call in tonight, we'll continue taking them, everybody. 567-483-1999. Sean, you doing all right tonight, buddy?
Yep, I'm hanging in there.
All right, son. I'm glad you're doing all right.
I'm shocked that I'm disappointed.
Yeah. You know, Sean, you emotions are a funny thing, right? I started to allow myself to believe that the NCAA was going to do the right thing. And I should have stuck to my guns, but I didn't. And so when it all dropped today, I went through this series of emotions where I was like, I'm upset, I'm angry, but then at the same time, I laughed. I was like, to me, it was almost comical. It was almost comical. And at the end of the day, you know, I am not upset at Michigan. They are on brand. This is on brand for them.
Yeah, this is the kind of people they are.
Every person who comes into the chat tonight and puts their little go blow and everything else, like this Mike Anderson fella, you guys, you are feeding
scumbags.
You are feeding into the narrative of who you are. You are arrogant, pompous pricks. You are trust fund kids who think you're better than everybody else, when the majority of the world looks at you and just shakes their head in disbelief. You're the type of people who look in the mirror when you're 200 pounds overweight and flex, and in your mind you think you're a bodybuilder. You are so on brand. And I'll tell you, I'll even prove how on brand you guys are. After getting a slap on the wrist, what did Michigan do today? We plan to fight this. What an injustice. Yeah. What? So on brand for you guys. You all, Dave Portnoy should be your mascot. That's who you are. It is 100% who you are. You're Dave Portnoy, every one of you. That's your mascot. Anyways, continue. Continue, Sean.
They have no integrity. To sit there and be found guilty, then you're bragging about it? Dude, you guys had to cheat to win a national championship. What's that say about you guys? I mean, honestly, I would be embarrassed, but it just goes to show the level of scumbags they are. I mean, honestly, they're laughing and they're dancing. Yeah, we no hammer, ha ha ha. But right there, it showed proof that you cheated when you guys sat there. Harbaugh didn't know nothing. They come out and said Harbaugh knew everything. I mean, what a bunch of low-life scumbags.
Sean, it
Seriously.
doesn't.
I mean, to sit there and be happy about that, I'd be embarrassed.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that we know that, and because they don't look at themselves that way. So for us to point out the obvious to them is futile. It's futile. They will never listen to you, Sean.
I know.
The Jerrys of the world he is a unicorn.
Yeah, they're rare.
He is a unicorn, guys. That's one of the reasons why I have struck up such a good friendship with him, because I'm like, you are a rare dude, man. You are a rare dude. It's hard to find them in that fan base. So I don't waste my time or my breath trying to point out the obvious to them because they're never going to see it. They just aren't.
This comment is great because I wondered the same thing in my head. With then fighting it, could the NCAA revisit the penalties? Because I think it would reopen the
With
can
what,
of worms.
Chris? They have no backbone.
No, they don't. But I'm just saying, is it possible? Is all I'm wondering.
I don't.
I mean,
know.
I don't care at this point, but is it possible?
This is what I hope happens. Kentucky, Tennessee, Arizona State. I hope all those schools go into the NCAA right now. All those schools that got hammered by them, I think they should all go up and file lawsuits against them for discrimination and go at them.
Bankrupt the NCAA.
I mean, what's the NCAA going to do? They're gonna fold.
Yeah.
Get your stuff back. Screw it. Everybody go sue them at once.
SMU.
Then I think
SMU should literally destroy the NCAA.
Do you know SMU is still paying to this day? They are still paying fines to the NCAA from 1980s. They were talking about somewhere in the area of nearly $500 million.
Yeah, you're right, Sean. Why would they? I mean, the check should, Chris, the check should stop coming from Dallas, Texas, from SMU at this point.
Oh, I wouldn't give them a damn thing.
What are you doing? In fact, you should sue and get all that back pay.
Yes, I would absolutely do. Like I said, bankrupt the NCAA. Let's just get rid of them once and for all. I'm all 100% for it.
Hey, you know what?
Get rid of them.
If that truly happened,
that comes out of this, that will make me happy.
Yeah, I would be like, you know what? Thanks, scum. You guys actually helped us out. Again.
I mean, go get Trestle's name cleared.
100%.
Screw it.
Now, Trestle's way too nice of a guy, Sean, to ever go back at the NCAA. He's way too kind of a human being to ever do that.
You know who's not? Those Ohio State players.
No, but all those players should. All those players should get a class action lawsuit and go after them.
That would be hilarious.
Because all those I would do it, and I would tell all those other schools that just got nailed and got all their vacated wins and all that stuff taken away from them to go after the NCAA. Everybody should just go after them right now, and I think all the schools right now in the Big Ten should get together, go to Petiti and say, we want Michigan out of the Big Ten.
Well, that'll never happen. So that's a pipe dream, buddy. However, I would trade Michigan today for Notre Dame, 100%.
Oh, in a heartbeat.
Exactly.
In a heartbeat. As much as I despise Marcus Freeman, at least it's a program that's run with integrity.
Mm-hmm. He might make you mad by what he says about his alma mater, but at least you're right. At least he's a man of integrity.
At least he's not a scumbag. I mean,
let's not get
I just want to thank you guys for giving us such an awesome place to come and talk ball and have fun and you've given me and TG and Bader an opportunity to have a place to talk football and have a good time, and you guys run things the right way. And you guys truly are class acts and just great people. I mean, you guys, I really treasure your guys' friendship, and it means a lot to me that you guys are my friends. And not only to get to talk ball with you and help grow the channel together, it's been nothing but an honor and a blast.
Indeed, Sean, it's been great, buddy. I appreciate your friendship as well. It's been good to get to know you. Just let me give you a little word of advice from an old preacher. That's what I am now. I'm an old preacher.
Sure.
Don't fall for the traps that are out there, especially on Twitter. Just ignore them.
And hey, just to give you guys a heads up, I told you I was going to go back to work today, Eric, and start working the phones, and I ended up getting another guy to come on the show. So
beautiful. Killing it, my man.
Pepe Pearson. Ooh, Pepe Pearson's going to come on our show.
Pepe Pearson has one of my favorite pictures of all time where he's running in the snow. I have that autographed. I love that autograph. It's one of the most beautiful pictures. Oh, by the way, I have a sweet comic coming out tomorrow. You remember when Troy Smith for senior day did put his fist up in the air and did the bull with his legs when he ran out?
Yeah.
I did a comic of that. Wait till you see that tomorrow. It turned out awesome. I can't wait.
Is it like
to show
this?
it. No. But it's gonna be cool. We're gonna have our Ohio State preview drops tomorrow morning, Sean, by the way. So
Awesome.
that'll be out tomorrow, and I'm gonna be working on a couple other things tomorrow. But anybody else? Oh, by the way, Sean, I'm gonna send you a copy in the mail of the magazine. Okay.
Oh, that's awesome,
With
man.
some of the flyers,
Thank you
dude.
so much,
Yeah.
man.
I would autograph it for you, but you would just laugh at me if I did. So maybe I will. Real big on the front cover.
Who was it? DK, that's who I autographed something for.
Dylan Kuhn? Yeah. Anyways, guys, Sean, I appreciate your phone call, man. If you ever need anything, don't hesitate.
Thanks,
Just
brother.
get a hold of me, brother.
No, hey man, I appreciate you guys, and thanks again for having us on the channel. If it wasn't for you guys, I'd never got a chance to interview one of my heroes, Keith Byers or Cornelius Green, who's a class act and a true legend. So thanks for the opportunities, guys, for all that you've done for us. So we appreciate you guys.
You guys are doing great. Keep on keeping on, brother.
You too.
All right. Good night, OH.
Scum still sucks.
They always will. They always will. Bobby Mack, it's $30. $30. You can Venmo me. You can super chat it if you want, if that's easier for everybody. And I'm taking a bunch to the mail tomorrow. I've got several orders. I'm taking a bunch to the mail tomorrow. We ordered 25 of these. Chris and I are going to keep a couple for ourselves. We're pretty proud of it. Chris is going to put some of it in his store, and we're hopefully going to sell the rest. So if you want to purchase one, $30, you can. Buck Vader says, I want an autograph. You got it, buddy. I'll autograph it for you. I will autograph it for you tonight. Yours is going to be in the mail in the morning. $30 super chat, and we'll put it out there for you. If you are a member of the channel already, you should have your digital copy, or at least an email with the link to the digital copy for you. If you don't, email me at theohiopodcast@gmail.com, and I will send that to you. $4.79 super chat from my buddy ND Wine and Cheese, who said, "Gents, grab a drink from the Varsity Club to get through." My man, I'm not doing too bad. This is kind of what I expected, to be honest. And but thank you for the super chat. Chris, you doing all right?
I'm mad as hell, but I can't drink.
Poor Chris, when we go to Pittsburgh, man, he has one, and it's not a good night.
Well, it's just I have to watch. Oh man, when we went to Pittsburgh that first time, I had a lot more than one.
We weren't
sure I was going to be able to record anything that night.
Wargo was ordering shots for everybody.
Wargo was buying shots.
What were those fireballs for you?
Yeah.
And Chris put a couple down. And I was like, I'm driving, I'm good.
It was more than a couple, I'll tell you. So I think I got stuck with your shots too.
Yeah, because I don't. Yeah, that's not Eric. Lisa says, "Why are the neighbors setting off fireworks?" Probably because they're Scum fans. That's they know they got away with it. That's the thing. Then get a couple Cokes. Yeah, a rum and Coke on the rocks, buddy. You got it.
I'm a Jack and Diet Coke guy, but that's.
Are you? Did you know Mountain Dew was originally made for whiskey?
It's very good. I drink Diet Mountain Dew and whiskey.
I did not know that. Mountain Dew was originally made for whiskey. Thank you, Bobby Mack. Yours will be in the mail tomorrow as well. Bobby Mack with a $30 super chat. Send me the mag.
Copy, man.
He wins it with an autograph. I'll autograph. Let's see. I can't get Chris's autograph on these guys. It'll be just me. Chris and I are not together right now, so it'll have to be just me if that's all right. Unless you want me to forge it, Chris.
I don't care.
You might not want me to do that.
Cheating and forgery seems to be the spirit of the day, man.
Indeed. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. This is Speedman. Speedman's coming on. Hey, buddy, how are you, Speedy?
Well, I don't know. You tell me, brother, because I feel like I walked up on a funeral here with this show. I mean, this can't be the real Ohio State podcast because we are national champions.
I still got the trophy. I got the mini trophy. I got it right here. We're still champs. It's all good. It's all good.
Well, listen, first up, I want to say two things or whatever. Number one, I want to send out prayers to Ray and his situation and all that stuff. He's definitely one of our Buckeye family, and we know he's going through a hard time. So I just want to let him know, brother, you are definitely in our prayers. Just keep on going like you do, brother. You've got our support.
Amen. Thank you for that, Speedman. Thank you for that. Ray
Absolutely.
Ray is a really good dude, and we really appreciate him. He's our living legend around here.
Oh, absolutely. And I can tell and I admire his passion for the Buckeyes and the game of football. And with that being said, gosh, Ray, hey, we're all there with you, brother. Now, on the lighter side, I also wanted to congratulate TG on not saying any curse words in her rant.
Here can I be honest with you, Speedman?
She scares me. She's really calm right now, Eric.
I love her passion.
Yes.
But I don't want her to do anything to hurt herself for the future because she has so much talent. Does that make sense?
Oh my God, yeah.
Like I don't want her to say something that then can be used against her to where if she gets a great opportunity that it will hurt her. And because I really do believe that she has the type of talent that she could go big time.
So, I agree. 100% agree. And then, and of course, I've never met her before and all stuff, but she kind of strikes me as a person who has so much passion that sometimes that drives some of the language that I know she is capable of and all that stuff. But at the same time, I know if she got that opportunity, she would be able to curb that passion and all that stuff, and more so the language. TG, girl, you got a bright future. I cannot wait to see how far you go. I'm so excited, and I love watching you and the Shock Star and all that in the lounge. You guys are awesome. But I will go ahead and get to the issues at hand here. I hear there were some punishments handed down today.
Is that what you're going to call those?
Oh, what you want?
I thought it was. I thought it was a little baby pat on the butt.
Well, yeah, possibly so. And I'm sitting here watching the Wild Man. It's just like he's chomping at the bit to just destroy the internet.
I'm having a harder time than TG keeping it family friendly right now.
That's what I'm saying, brother. But let's get real, boys. I'll tell you what, this is not a Buckeye thing. I think at this point, with all the other programs that have been punished over the years, going back to the SMU death penalty, blah, 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 Arizona State, LSU thing, countless, obviously Tattoo Gate or whatever for us. This is not an Ohio State thing. I think a lot of people need to realize that. It's a college football thing. And the NCAA has displayed how weak they truly are. And like a couple others have said, this won't stop anyone in the future from doing the same thing. And to the obverse of that, it might be a good thing because it's only going to exacerbate and quicken the Big Ten and SEC taking over college football. Your thoughts?
Yeah, it's like I said, we're one step closer to where we all really want to be, and that is having one singular governing body overlooking the entire sport of college football so that it is a level playing field for everybody when it comes to rules and regulations and the guardrails that need to be set in place for the sport. Um, Obviously, we think it's going to be a commissioner or at least a governing body of individuals acting as a commissioner. And however we get to that point, we are one step closer, and this may have actually accelerated it. And so, in a weird way, we have to tip our hat to Michigan once again for doing what we should have done all those years ago and say, we call your bluff. Gene Smith.
Yeah, I guess I
too dumb to realize
understand
it.
your point to an extent, but I'm not tipping my hat to anybody up there. Like I said, and it's not because I'm a Ohio State fan. It's because the egregious infractions that they have brought to college football is beyond anything as far as forgiveness. Now, as far as enemies, people who have done harm to me and all that stuff, we all know what the good book says, forgive this, that, and the other stuff. But no, as far as college football, there's no forgiveness.
And there shouldn't be. Not for something this egregious.
Exactly. Yep. My second point, or whatever, other teams were penalized for, they were penalized way worse for lesser infractions. That's why I agree with was it TG and maybe Sean or whatever mentioned, we got wins vacated and we got a postseason ban, blah blah blah, just for less than 10 players taking off memorabilia for tattoos.
Yeah.
It did not affect the integrity of the game. It did not affect the outcome of any game. And then next, I'll just move on to the fact that I agree with not punishing kids who had nothing to do with the infractions. But like I said, other programs, including us, had got those wins vacated, the postseason ban, and other sanctions or whatever. But, at the same time, I don't understand why they don't have any wins vacated to include a championship that is obviously tainted by the worst scandal going back to probably the Black Sox in the 20s and Major League Baseball.
Maybe the Astros is what a lot of people compared it to, but
yeah,
Speedy, I agree. It is you don't draft a 70+ page document without there being so much evidence. You know what I mean? It's not a failure of investigation. It's not a failure of recognizing that they cheated. It's not a failure. It's literally a failure of handing out the proper punishment in our opinion and the opinion of a lot of other people. And the precedent has now been set by the infractions committee, whether right or wrong. The precedent has now been set that they're not going to punish you moving forward. So I guess you have to lay in the bed you just made, NCAA.
It's the Wild West.
They killed their own doom.
Speedman, any last thoughts, brother? We got a full bank of calls still.
Yes, absolutely. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get through this as much as I can, or if I can.
Go for it, brother.
And why Sharon Moore is not given this, he's got a show cause. What's that going to do? Keep him from going to coaching anywhere else like anybody else wants him, first off. But my thing is, why the NFL isn't suspending Hairball like they did Tressel. I mean, Tressel was just going to be an advisor for the Indianapolis Colts. All of a sudden, Hairball goes, and he's the head coach of the Chargers. And, Tressel couldn't even, he was suspended by the NFL, upholding NCAA sanctions. I mean, come on. What are we talking about?
The only thing I can say is it was a different era with different people in charge. That is
dude, it's only 13 years ago, and as far
know,
as
but
history goes,
but
that's
Speedy, look at how
not
much
too long ago, bro.
I know, but look at how much things have changed in the last few years. I mean, things are changing faster than I can keep up, and that includes NCAA. I mean, we're paying players now to play college football. We weren't doing that 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So the world, the landscape we live in is completely different than it was when Tressel got in trouble. That's just the reality of it.
Yeah,
So-
that may be true. The whole NIL thing. And there's going to be ways around the NIL. If guys, if programs want to sign new recruits and give them big bucks and this, that, and the other, all you got to do, if they don't have the scholarship for them, say go to junior or senior who's obviously a starter, and say, okay, well, we'll give you $100,000, to go ahead and give up your scholarship, which if a scholarship costs $60,000, they're going to get $40,000 bonus basically, so they can give another player, a recruit, that scholarship. I mean, there's going to be ways around all this stuff, and the NCAA can't do a thing because they are so weak and decrepit.
100%, dude. Yeah, it's we're living in Tombstone, man. It's dog eat dog, brother. It's where we're at.
I'm your Huckleberry.
Yeah, there you go. I like it. Good reference there. I'll be your Huckleberry.
Okay, and the last thoughts, guys. Speaking of the next level, whatever, let's talk about the NFL. Should be able to have some kind of litigation or some kind of court case against that team up north for all their cheating, because basically they had all those guys go in the NFL draft, got high draft picks, got paid big money and all that stuff for knowing the plays that they were going against beforehand. The only player that I will definitely give credit to is Aiden Hutchinson, because he is a beast. He's a remarkable player. I won't take that from him, no matter what school he came from. But everybody else that got drafted in high picks have been a bust.
Yeah, it's pretty evident, isn't it? I love that there was a Go Blow fan earlier who said we're so great at developing talent, and I had a chuckle. I was like, yeah, so great at developing talent that busts in the first 2 years and when it gets to the league. But I digress. You're 100% right on that one, Speed Man. I appreciate you. Thanks for chatting with me today. By the way, I appreciate that.
Hey, no problem. I know that we are family and all that. God bless you and Sarah and the fam and the wild man, of course, and your family, brother. I'm just waiting for Chris to go off, though. I'm just going to be honest. I'm going to watch the rest of this show until that man loses his lid.
It might happen. It might happen. We'll see. Have a good night, Speedy OH.
I brothers. We'll see you soon.
See ya.
Good man. One of my friends got to meet him and his lovely bride for lunch one day. They took me out for lunch. Great guy, man. Really appreciate him. Okay, are we ready for David's call, Chris? Are you holding it together? No? Okay, here we go. David, welcome to the OHIO podcast this evening. How you doing?
You know what? I'm surprisingly well.
Good.
Chris, just calm down, brother. I want you to take 3 deep breaths, let them out slow. It's okay. I got a plan.
If I open my mouth, David,
it's time for all the athletics in the NCAA to leave the NCAA. Become a club. Do a club type deal. You already have all the media deals. You don't need the NCAA. You don't need the NCAA. The NCAA is basically telling everybody to go away. All right? They're telling you, go ahead, go away. They don't want to deal with this stuff anymore.
All they care about is
They
the
don't want
money.
to deal with this stuff anymore.
Yeah.
So leave. And anybody that owes NCAA money, quit paying. Do not pay them another dime. Matter of fact, you might want to all collectively sue and get your money back. You know what? Put the Sugar Bowl banner back up in the building. We're taking back our wins. There's nothing you can do about it.
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to do about it?
Nothing.
You going to sue us?
They're not going to do anything about it.
Go ahead and sue us. Go ahead, try to do something about it, NCAA. Bet. You know what? NIL, we'll do whatever we want. We will do whatever we damn well please. We'll do it any way we damn well please. There's nothing you can say about it. If we want to pay one player $10 million, we'll do it. We're not going to pay it to somebody who hasn't played. Oh, but why not pay JJ $10 million? Heck with you. We're going to do what we want. You can't do anything, NCAA. You have no power. Everybody take back your wins. Anybody that just got a show cause for 10 years for something so stupid it is ridiculous, sue them. Do what do they call class action lawsuit. Class action lawsuit, sue the NCAA, get away from them, form clubs with all the TV partners and with Nike and all the apparel companies and make up your own league. Make up your own league. It's the college football club. So it's not going to be that hard. And they just finished themselves. And I forget who said it was. I think it's Bobby Mack said they took 5 years down to 2 years. He's absolutely right. This thing is over for the NCAA. They'll no longer have anything to do with any sports. Just all they are is a club. So they could do a playoff system that literally incorporates anybody. You know, hey, it's over with, NCAA. Bye. You know, and we'll put that banner back up.
Mm-hmm.
Put the banner back up. Take back our wins, and I dare you. I bet. Do something about it. Do something about it. Bet.
They won't. They won't because they can't. They proved that today. They have nothing to stand on anymore. Michigan called their bluff and they won. So everybody else should take a page out of Michigan's book now and say, "Oh, now we see who you really are. This is what we're going to do. We're going to dictate our terms to you. This is what we're going to do. We're going to take our wins back. We're going to hang our banner back up. And we're going to, and if you don't acknowledge that, well, then we're going to sue you." Because the one thing I can tell you is the NCAA, they don't want to go to court. Every time they go to court, they lose.
And hey, we're going to sue you. We're going to sue you not only for your actions, we're also going to sue you for defamation of character. We're going to sue you for the lost revenues associated with what would have been a national championship run that season. We're going to tack on punitive damages until you cannot. Yeah.
SMU alone will end the NCAA if they wanted to.
I think it's time SMU gives the NCAA the death penalty.
Wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be something? Speedman with a $4.99 super chat. If Ryan Day's brother would have headed up the committee investigation, TCUN wouldn't be a blip on college football's radar. OSU, CIA, go Bucks. Thank you, Speedy, for the $4.99. David, I gotta know, man. Listen, I'm trying my best to be positive about things today, and one of the things that I'm positive about is the fact that I think we are seeing the last. I think we saw the last final breath of the NCAA and it flatlined today. I really believe that. So
I'm with you.
I'm spinning this in a positive. We're one step closer to a unified front across college football, which is what we've needed, what we're heading towards. And then after that, you got the unionization of players, and then we've got NFL Light, and then we're there. We're there. That's where we need to be. It's where we've been heading now for a few years. But until then, take advantage of it. They're not going to do nothing, so take advantage of it. Everybody should.
Yeah.
Shoot, Indiana. You all want to be big boys. You've been spending money like it. Start spending more. Phil Knight, $100 million roster, baby. Who cares? Make it happen. He's making it rain in Eugene, Oregon.
Absolutely. Everybody go do whatever you want in the NIL, and the NCAA can't do anything about it anyways. They've never had the power. I've said this all along. I said when they took that 2010 season away from us, right? They never had the power to do that. They never had the power to tell somebody what they can, how much money they can and can't make. They have the power to tell another person you can't make money.
Yeah, that's why they lose in court every time.
So they were telling them. So I never understood this. So you can tell because somebody has an athletic scholarship that they can't go make money, but the average student that's on there, maybe they're on some other scholarship. Right? Do they got a job? Did they ever have jobs?
No, you weren't allowed to have a job.
Well, I'm saying if you had an engineering scholarship, right, and you had a job, well, what's the freaking difference?
Mm-hmm.
There's no difference. So did you say that engineering student on an engineering could they it never made any sense. They never had that power.
Mm-mm.
You can't tell somebody they thought they could just interfere with any people's constitutional rights, and they never had that power. There's no one ever stepped up and test and went against it.
Michigan just did.
Just kowtowed to it.
Michigan just did.
Everybody just kowtowed to it.
Michigan just said #bet. We're all in. And they won.
And you know what? I'm with them. #bet. Go spend whatever we need to keep our roster. That's how we do. That's how we're going to run NIL. You know what? You are worth this much to us. If you want more money, then go to Oregon. Go to Miami. Go to Asper Sandview, or wherever they're going to freaking pay you the extra money. Tennessee. Go there. Right? We're still going to run our NIL the way it works for us. We think you're worth this, right? If you're about the money, then you're not about the development, and you're not about the brotherhood. You're not about the brotherhood. You come in here because you're going to be developed, and there's a brotherhood. And you get on that. You make that roster. You're a starter. We'll pay to keep you,
mm-hmm.
and we'll pay. If it's $50 million a year to keep a roster, so be it.
If we got it. Listen, I'm with you, dude, and it's not all negative. I'm telling you, it's not all negative, guys.
It's not.
Try to look at the big picture.
The NCAA is done. They are done as an organization. They have no power at all. Walk away from them. Say it's a college football club system, and just unify together as a union. Just go ahead and unionize as a separate entity away from them, and just walk away from them. Mm-hmm. They don't want to deal with this stuff anyways. Look, this ruling today proves that they don't want to deal with this stuff anymore. Look, and I don't blame them, because the NCAA first are educational institutions. What are they dealing with? Sports and academics and all this stuff. All this BS is costing them money to for education to deal with sports. Just break it loose as a separate entity. If you got if the university wants to give you a scholarship there to get an education, and that's fine. It's completely changed the way things are going forward. And I said on here, one of my first times I was ever on here, I told a story about my nephew telling me back in 2019, and she said in 10 years, the NCAA will no longer be in charge of college football. And it really should be all sports, just not football, basketball too.
Mm-hmm.
Baseball, wrestling, any of it. They're all club, make them all club sports. Detach it, the institutions from having any responsibility over that, and they just regulate themselves. You know.
Yep, I'm with you.
And
I'm with you, man.
And it's not going to be that difficult, and they just made it a whole lot easier because they said they don't want to deal with it no more.
Yep.
So go ahead, put your banners back up, take your wins back, and the heck with it.
The heck with it, buddy. David, I got to move on to the next caller, man. We got several more in the queue. I appreciate your phone call tonight. OH.
IO.
Dave said, heck with it. Yeah, I agree, dude. Just there's nothing NCAA is gonna be able to do now.
You know what? You talked about guys when he was talking about guys who just want the bag.
Mm-hmm.
We know one that resides in that state up north. Maybe we talk to an OSU guy like LeBron James and get him to pay $25 million for Underwood to transfer back to LSU. It's all fair game now, Eric.
It is. Bobby Mack. Boggs, I hope you know how bad that all will be for college football. Dude, I wish we could go back to the way
before
it was.
Before paying the players. Before the portal.
That cat's out of the bag, man. It's never going to be put back in the box. It just never is. Unfortunately, it never is. I wish we could go back. I'm a traditionalist at heart, man. But never going back to that, unfortunately. All right, guys, we're going to keep it moving. We got 330, you're on deck. 740, you are in the hole. Let's go to Aaron. Aaron is up next. Been a while since Aaron called us. Aaron, good to talk to you tonight, buddy.
Fellas, how we doing tonight?
I'm all right. I'm hanging tough, man.
Chris, you all right, man?
I'm freaking fantastic.
So, first, I just want to apologize for last night on your show. My emotions got a little the best of me, so I apologize for that.
It's all right, man. It happens to the best of us.
But my gut feeling came true today because I had the same gut feeling when NIL came. I said, man, this thing's going to get sideways with the paying the players. And I had a little bit of hope in the NCAA, but it was like 1% because I knew I was like, I think they're going to skate on this one. I just had this sneaking suspicion that somehow, some way, Michigan was going to get off on this, you know. And then, like, once the smaller schools were being mentioned, I was like, yeah, they're going to skate because I was like, they're hammering all these nobodies, you know, like Coastal Carolina, like, you know. I was like, yeah, Michigan's going to get off on this one. But I was like you, Eric, this morning. My emotions are all over the place. Like, I was happy, I'm angry. Now, like, I don't even know what to feel. But I'll say this. It's sad that what they're celebrating. Like, it might be a win that, okay, they beat the NCAA. But look at, like, that's not something to celebrate when you got a pedo on your campus, you got terrorists, you got cheaters. Like, that's kind of shameful. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. I would be embarrassed to be a fan of that school. There's something right now that got swept under the rug. I don't know if you guys knew this or not. You know that he was an athletic trainer / doctor at Ohio State, and I think he molested some of the male wrestlers. Was it wrestlers?
Wrestlers.
Did you know that settlement happened?
No, I didn't know about that.
I knew it was. I'd heard
wasn't Lex Wessner or something involved in all that too?
Probably. He's a crooked dude. I appreciate his money though for the university, but he's still a crooked dude.
Well, we don't need to have morals anymore in college sports, Eric. So that's okay.
Yeah, but if I'm not mistaken, that settlement got swept under the rug in the last couple weeks, and there was like nothing said about it. So Ohio State is not an innocent university. We've had our moment. We've had our moments. And as much as Chris and I have gone around in circles, Aaron, about Tattoo-gate and how we disagree on it, Chris is right. We broke rules. Those were rules that we broke. What is frustrating about this from an Ohio State perspective is there were rules broken by the University of Dumb, by Connor Stallions, by that coaching staff. There were rules broken, and that was proven. That was proven. And yet they walk away with a slap on. It's not even a slap on the wrist. It's almost like a pat on the back, an attaboy. Way to go.
Yeah,
from
exactly.
the NCAA. And that's what's that's what's infuriating, which is why you have all the emotions that you're feeling from an Ohio State fan and the perspective that you're coming from with this. And all I can say to you is take the high road, people. We own the moral high ground with them. So don't allow yourself to fall to their scumbaggery level. Just don't do it. I refuse. Go ahead, Aaron.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Aaron.
Not to interrupt you. I actually didn't know that they were this bad until I started watching like podcasts like you and Scoop and all that. I didn't realize how terrible these people really were. You know, because like I've been an Ohio State fan all my life, but I kind of have always kept to myself. So when I watch the games, because I don't like being around a lot of drunk people and whatever, you know.
Right.
But I was flabbergasted how bad these people really could get.
And Aaron, I'm not going to sit here and say we're all innocent. We're not.
No.
There's quite a few loudmouth, obnoxious Ohio State fans who would be doing the exact same thing they're doing tonight. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
They would be on their podcast. They would be trolling them. They would be. Now, Chris and I, we aren't one of them. I am not one. I refuse to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say this, like they think they're taking a victory lap right now. What they don't realize is that they're the emperor with no clothes on. They're taking a victory lap naked, and everybody's looking at them going, "Oh my gosh, how embarrassing!" And the NCAA sitting back going, "Yay!" And we're all like, "Well, that's a stupid thing." So now we know it's okay. We're all going to be fine now to do whatever we want. I'm telling you, there were a lot of people who were watching this very, very closely in college football and in other college sports that can say, we can take advantage of this. There were.
I know, but that's just like it's so easy to do that now. You know what I mean? Like I hope Ohio State don't stoop that low.
We won't.
You know.
We won't, but I don't want everybody to sit here and think that Ohio State has no skeletons in the closet. We do.
Right. For sure.
But I'm with Vader too.
Go ahead, Chris.
No, just I'm with Vader though, like he said earlier. I'm not about going out there and blatantly cheating like they did, but I'm sure they're all about pushing that NIL envelope, going out there and paying recruits to flip 100% right now. Because there's not a damn thing they can do about it.
Yeah. And I guess that's what a lot of us are flabbergasted over is like not one of them people in that panel had any integrity. Like, they cheated, but it's okay. So now it's like, hey, everyone, just go cheat and steal and lie, and there's no punishment other than, you know, give us your money. You know? Like, that's why I'm flabbergasted. Like, not one of you people have integrity.
I mean, it's baffling. This was
mind blowing.
It really is. It is mind blowing. But at the same time, Aaron, I'm not surprised. Don't forget in NCAA basketball, Kansas was caught paying players under the table for shoe deals. I think it was Adidas. Adidas was paying thousands and thousands of dollars to recruits to go to Kansas, and there was phone calls on this. They had evidence. Did you guys even? There's been no punishment for Kansas. North Carolina basketball literally was sending their kids to fake classes with tutors to make sure that they passed classes just to play basketball. And the NCAA found out, and North Carolina got nothing. Zilch. Nada. The NCAA has been so inaccurate. There's no consistency. There never has been. Akron has a postseason band right now.
But they don't give those out anymore, Eric. Didn't you hear him explain that earlier?
Exactly. And then today they don't give those. It's like, wait a second, you just did. So there's no. It's why I said from the beginning. I said I have to see it to believe it, and I should have stuck to my guns because I was right, but I didn't. So I'm not surprised about any of this.
That was interesting what TG explained, because I didn't even know that.
I didn't either.
The NCAA was going to hand out a punishment, and then they're like, she was like, no, like COI is different to me. I was like, oh.
I still feel like
this got a little bit weird.
Yeah, it's definitely like I imagine that those meetings that happen, and this is a part of the problem when you have too many chiefs and not enough Indians in place. Okay.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you've ever been a part of
my work.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know if any of you have ever been a part of a work situation where everybody's got an opinion and everybody wants to do something and nothing ever gets done. Because there's not a single person there who says this is what we're doing and you're doing this and you're doing this and you're doing that, now let's go get it done. Like sometimes you have to have a chief and a bunch of Indians, not a bunch of chiefs and no Indians. And the NCAA looks like they're a bunch of people who want a title, who want to be a part of a board. I want to feel important about everything. And at the end of the day, I don't want any responsibility. So I guess it's okay.
Yeah. But hey, we're still national champs. Can't forget about that. And that's all I got for tonight, guys.
I appreciate the phone call, Aaron. OH.
I appreciate you and Chris, and thanks for the hot dogs.
You're welcome, buddy. Hey, and thanks. I don't know if you can see, Aaron, but let me see if I can show you. Let me take that super chat. There's your plaque, buddy, that you gave me. I put those little hooks on it for my hats, man. I appreciate that.
I know. I'm always checking it out.
I appreciate you, buddy. Have a good one, OH.
Thanks, IO.
Eric, Bobby needs somebody to ride along with him on a car trip tomorrow.
Okay, so
you up for it?
No, I got something better, guys. There's a secret society. I've shared this once before. There's a secret society. Mika, we're coming to you in just a second, sweetheart. There's a secret society of Buckeye fans who go up to the state up north and plant Buckeye trees around the state. Have you ever heard about this?
No, but we ought to go plant a couple right in the middle of that block M.
Well, there's no grass in that stadium right now, but maybe on campus somewhere. Anyways, I've heard about this. I want to be a part of this group so bad if I knew who they were, but I don't know who they are, but I've heard about it. I heard there's a secret society of Buckeye fans who they'll get Buckeyes, they'll like seedlings, they'll grow them, and when they're ready to be planted, they go under the cover of night up to the state up north, and they plant those trees around the state, which I think is fantastic. Well, Boggsy's Buckeye trees, for the first time since I planted them 5 years ago, I've got little Buckeyes on my tree for the first time, Chris. I think the OHIO podcast should start planting. What are you laughing about? Because I said little Buckeyes?
I don't need to hear about your tree and the little Buckeyes, Eric.
I got a 5-year-old tree with little Buckeyes. Come on, man. Get your mind out of the gutter.
It's all that's keeping me sane right now, man.
I think we should, the OHIO podcast should start planting buckeye trees around Ann Arbor. I think it's a great idea.
Maybe what we ought to do is for 2nd and 7, we ought to put a book library up there, and the first thing we put in there is the NCAA rule book.
Mika just said it's the Illuminati.
God, I hope that's really the name of it. That's great. That's
It is
great.
now.
If it wasn't, it needs to be.
It is now. I am a part of a secret society called the Illuminati. Just remember, guys, Indians are from India. This is true. Yes. Oh gosh, that was fantastic, Mika. Let's bring her on. Mika, that was the joke of the night. Good one. Good one. The Illuminati.
I had to. As soon as you said it, I had to.
Oh gosh, that was fantastic. Everybody's like, dude, that's the name now. It's the official name. It's the Illuminati.
Heck, I'll be president. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. So Mika, how you feeling tonight?
Well, you guys probably got my text today.
Yeah, you were on fire, girl. I was like, this ain't the Mika I know. She was upset.
That was, and it takes a lot to get me that way, but it was, like I said, I'm not surprised, but I'm with you. I'm just not surprised. It's kind of like the parent lecture when they give it to the kids. I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed. Well, I'm angry and disappointed.
Right. I get it.
It's just, I don't understand it. Like, Ross Bjork better be cutting checks left and right now, since there's no rules.
Yeah, I definitely feel like there's probably been a conversation or two between Ross Bjork and Ryan Day about this. 100%.
It's just insane to me how you can basically let the inmates take over the jail is what you did.
Well, I would like to think that schools aren't inmates, but I get what you're saying. It's a good analogy. I understand.
That particular school is.
That particular school inmate is a very relative term, Eric.
Okay, I gotcha. Day 1K is 100% right with this comment, by the way.
I don't know if he does read Batman comics, but they just let the jokes dictate the entire city is what they did.
Yeah, it's one of these things, Mika, where I remember my parents, they didn't have a ton of rules as we were growing up, but they had some very clearly laid out specific rules. And I remember breaking one of those rules. And I remember my father telling me, he goes, I'm really disappointed in you. And that hurt me worse than him, spanking me or something, right? Knowing that I disappointed my father. So what's interesting to me in all of this is to the analysis of it, the psychology of it, to watch the response from their fan base. They know they got lucky, but then to double down on the lie. Of course it wasn't cheating, you know? They went from we didn't cheat to we cheated but everybody cheats to we cheat but it's not going to be bad to we didn't cheat. We went full circle on this thing. And it's really interesting to watch all of that come full circle. And so when you psychoanalyze it, at the end of the day, we typically will surround ourselves, Mika, with people who feed the narrative that we want to believe. Do you believe that?
Oh, definitely.
You see it in
That's just human
politics.
nature.
Yeah, you see it in politics all the time, right? Like if I'm a conservative, I'm going to surround myself with people with conservative values, and if I'm a liberal, I'm going to surround myself with people who have liberal values and feed the narratives that I want to believe because of how I think. And so when you stop and you look at Ohio State fans with this and you look at Michigan fans with this, it's very similar. And a lot of us got sucked into the whole hammer talk because that's what we wanted to believe. And at the end of the day, I should have stuck to my guns that the NCAA was never going to do anything. But
Yeah.
here I am.
Well, some of that stuff, I feel like, you know, a lot of it, looking back, I think people probably did hear that the hammer was coming, but maybe it got inflated a little more than it should have. I don't know. I
can't
said,
say for sure, Mika, if it got inflated a little bit or more. I don't know anybody per NCAA. I don't have a quote unquote insider, right? All I can do is go off of people what people say or think, whether they're on one side or the other. And I'm usually pretty good at staying neutral and staying in the middle of things. But you do let your fandom, sometimes your bias and your fandom tend to steer your thoughts one way or another. And that's why I'm not blaming anybody tonight. That's why I'm not sitting here and pointing my finger at anybody who enjoys our content or enjoys other program on one side of the argument or the other based off the two that seem to be fighting with each other. Because at the end of the day, you're going to enjoy what you want to enjoy. And there's nothing go do it.
And I completely agree with what you just said. You're 100% right. And I want to make sure that people know that. And please, guys, if you don't agree with what someone said or what someone reported, don't come after them personally. You can say all the whatever you want to say, but I was in the chat over on Buckeye Boys today, and some of the stuff that was being said is ridiculous. Stop it.
Well, we live in a
you grown people act like it.
We live in a very immature society, Mika. It's a fast food, me first. Give me my licks, my likes, my clicks, my TikToks, my my validation on social media. Give me all of that. And that's how people live their life, unfortunately. Instead of,
Well,
on more.
Evidently, I'm not one of the people.
Well, I'm glad. But that's the society we live in. That's one of the reasons why I just try to ignore it.
Yeah. It's just hard because I got basically called up to moderate today and it was rough. Don't like doing it. Won't put up with it. The negativity within our own fan base needs to stop. If you don't like what someone said, just don't read the comments. Don't listen to them.
Well, people want,
Stick with what.
Mika, people want validation. They want validation for their belief. And it's like the whole Kirk Barton thing, okay? And Chris and I, we have told everybody we're not talking about it here. There's nothing that can be said one way or another to undo anything that happened. But people are taking advantage of a terrible situation to validate themselves, which is, to me, my grandma taught me the old-fashioned way, Mika. 2 wrongs don't make a right. But that's how people are.
And the other old-fashioned way that I go by is you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all.
Unless they're fans of the team up north, and that is okay.
Yes.
But again,
that's completely fine.
But again, when I do it, I want to do it in fun, like, hey, you're the rival. I don't like you because you're the rival, but I'm not going to degrade you, because I understand you're just a man like me. You go out, and you make a living just like I do. And at the end of the day, I respect you for that. Just because you root for the team I don't like doesn't mean that I can't treat you with dignity. I might not respect your team, but I'm not going to sit there and call you names and everything else. It's like this person in the chat right now who apparently is using Chris's name. Like, it's not Chris. So whoever this person is, like, why would you do that?
Well, yeah, and I mean, it's obvious it's not me, because when I type anything, it comes up under the podcast.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
So, it's people, like, people think they're being cute and funny and everything else. And at the end of the day, it's like I tell my wife, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what is said about me. I know I still have your love. My family respects me. I have a good job. All these things that really matter. And what the fakeness is on social media means nothing. It means nothing.
And Eric, more importantly, you can look at yourself and know that you carried yourself with integrity.
Yes.
Exactly. What's that expression? The true measure of a man is how you carry yourself when no one's watching.
Integrity. The definition of integrity is who you are when no one's watching. Yeah.
Correct.
Exactly, and that's the way it should be.
100%. So Mika, I don't want you to be discouraged today. You can't affect anybody else's behavior. What was that equation that Urban Meyer used to have? E plus something. What was that? E plus U equals M, or I don't know, something like that. It was
I'm not sure.
I'll look it up here. I'll see if I can't find it real fast. E plus R equals O. The event plus the response equals the outcome. You can't always control the event that takes place, but you can always control your response. And as long as you control your response, you can impact the outcome.
Exactly. And we are going to run roughshod over the competition this year. I really, truly believe that. We have all kinds of motivation. And I think we should sue together wins back from 2010. I agree. I think we should sue for all this stuff. It's ridiculous that this is happening, but I'm ready to move on to the season and win another national championship.
Yeah.
Or at least hang 100 on the cheaters.
Let's go win one. How about that? Let's go in Ann Arbor and let's go win one. BTB, beat the Blue, beat those bums, beat them. You fill in the blank.
Can I really?
#BTB. What?
Can I really fill in the blank?
On your own time. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you for the phone call, Mika. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being you, girl.
I don't know who else to be.
We will try our best to get to your next Buck Vader Force Report. You and Buck Vader have another one, the defensive players coming out. I will try my best to get to that as soon as I can, okay?
Did you get my? I can't remember if I sent you the message about the Judah Blair thing or not.
I got it. Yep, I got it.
Okay.
I'm on it.
Cool.
All right, Mika. Have a good night.
Still working on learning the cap cut thing.
That's okay. Okay, you just take your time. Keep working on it. You'll get the hang of it. You'll get the hang of it. Don't quit. All right, you have a good night, Mika. OH.
All right, love you guys. Cheer up, Gumby Cat.
Good night, Mika.
Smile for me. Just once.
Chris,
Can
come
he do it?
on.
Can he do it?
Smile for Mika.
Please. Did he do it?
He did a little bit. It was a quick halfie.
Okay.
Good night, Mika.
I'll take it.
All right.
Good night.
Oh, Chris, you're killing me, dude. Killing me, bro. All right, guys.
Just let me be angry over the weekend, Derek. Come Monday night when it's time to do my show, we'll be refocused and centered.
Hey, do you know while you're doing your show Monday night what I'll be doing? I am on with Texas. Texas is doing a preview of the game. They're bringing me on to talk about the game, and then they're coming on our show. So our sister podcast from the College Huddle, we're going to be previewing the game. So we're moving on, man. Whether you like it or not, we have to move on to the season.
It's game time, man.
Yeah, 100%. This was good. We expressed ourselves. Hopefully we've clarified some things for some people. Hopefully we didn't make anybody mad. I mean, that's not my intent, was to upset anybody. I just wanted to be as clear and honest with all of you as I possibly can about the entire situation, about where we stand as a channel, where Chris and I stand, and where I specifically stand as a man on all of this. I know there's been a lot of things said about us, a lot of speculation about us. Some of it, well, majority of it, not true. We've kept our mouths shut, and we've kept our head down. We've kept grinding, doing what we could for this community and for this channel to do the right thing. So hopefully that will clear things up for everybody. We're not here to judge anybody. We're not here to put anybody else down. I'm not here to poo-poo on another channel. Either one of them. We're not going to do that.
The only people we're going to insult are the godless heathens from the state up north.
The tagline for this show from day number one was two dudes talking about Ohio State football and hating on Michigan. That was our tagline from day number one. That's never going to change. Thanks, RDCB. You're allowed to stand wherever you want to stand, Eric and Chris. This is your podcast, and you're allowed to make everything as perfectly clear as possible. Thank you. I mean, we just didn't want to talk about it because there was nothing good that would come out of it.
Not only that, we didn't have any facts. We don't know these people personally. It would not be fair of us to input ourselves in their mess.
Right. It's pointless. Good question, Lisa. Let me look that up for you real fast before we get out of here. I should know this, Chris. My gosh, I should know this.
I'll bet it's our Huddle affiliate.
Mm-hmm. The Longhorn Republic. The Longhorn Republic. So I didn't want to say anything to hurt anybody. I'm not trying to hurt anybody. My feelings aren't hurt by anybody. Um, I'm certainly not taking sides with anything that's going on. I just want the community to come together. That's all I've ever wanted is for people to just say, we're Buckeye fans first, man. Set the other stuff aside. That's all I've ever wanted. And I'm not going to get into anybody else's dirt. I'm just not going to do it. I don't have time, patience for any of that, Chris.
We are
So,
far too busy trying to keep this thing going, especially as we enter the real season.
yep. So hopefully we're done with that. We're done with that. Sunday night, 8 o'clock Eastern, the roundtable returns. We are moving on. This is the last we're talking about it, Chris. Right here. We're not talking about it anymore. Unless
Nope.
some more news comes up that we need to discuss in a video, we're done. We're done talking about it. So we're moving on. This Sunday, it's about Ohio State and Texas. The following Sunday, we do our yearly crazy prediction show, which is a lot of fun. But this Sunday, Corey returns to the program. Corey will be with us this Sunday, Chris. We've got a little, we're doing something kind of fun to preview the team. And it's going to be a lot of fun, so you're not going to want to miss it. You're going to want to be a part of it. Yes.
And are we going to let out the big announcement coming
Let's
up?
do it. Let's do it
this
now.
Sunday?
Let's do it right now. Let's do it right now. So
Okay, well,
tomorrow on the Ohio State preview, we say the same thing, but tonight we will announce it. Week number 1. So the week of the game. So not this upcoming week, but the following week. There is a programming change. We've heard all of you. You've all been requesting it. We are moving the call-in show from Thursday to Saturday morning.
Pre-game call-in show.
Pre-game call-in show. Starting week number 1. You all asked for it. And that will lead into our game watches. The voice of Ohio State, Corey, and I believe Lisa as well, will be returning to do the live watch game parties. So, more than likely, Chris will be doing the Saturday morning pregame call-in shows. I will be taking over the Monday evening call-in shows. If we need to, we will flip-flop. But most of the time, Chris will be doing it on Saturday morning because my stepson plays Saturday morning games. So that's the programming change. We can't afford to do 3, so we're going to keep it at 2. And we're moving Thursdays to Saturday morning. And then the live game watches will be back this year as well. Plus, Thursdays will then become the game previews that we create. So the interviews with the Longhorn Republic guys, Thursday night will be when those game previews are created. Now, we are working on a few other things as well for the channel, but some of it doesn't depend on us, so I can't promise anything, so I'm not going to announce it. But the lineup for game weeks will look like this. Sunday night will be the review shows or the roundtable shows. So, grade cards, Buckeye leaves, topic discussion. Monday night will be the call-in show at 8 o'clock Eastern. Tuesday night will be the Buckeye Lounge with TG and Sean, where they've been interviewing former Buckeyes and doing their own show on Tuesday nights. Thursday night will be the game previews. Saturday morning will be the call-in show at 10 a.m. And then the live game watch whenever Ohio State plays at 10, 3, or noon, 3:30, 7 p.m. So that is the lineup change for everybody. So there you go. I hope everybody's happy. Are you happy, Chris?
Man, that's 5 nights a week of programming. I feel like we got 2 nights where we got to come up with something.
That would be the college huddle, Chris.
Ah.
That's right. The college huddle. We are going to be doing over at the college huddle. If you're not subscribed over there, please go subscribe. We just dropped a new video today, by the way. We were doing weekly previews over there with a college huddle person where we're doing predictions and game previews. And then Sunday afternoons, we're doing a review of all the games from Saturday as well. So that is what is happening. That's what's going on, everybody. Those are the changes. Ryan Day's Championship. What time? What time for what? Should I go over the times again for everybody?
Let's run through the times and the schedule one more time, Eric, just to be clear for everybody.
Sunday night, 8 o'clock Eastern. Monday night, 8 o'clock Eastern. Tuesday, 8 o'clock Eastern. Preview whenever it drops on Thursday. It's a pre-recorded video. Saturday morning, 10 a.m. and then whenever the Buckeyes play.
Yeah, the Saturday morning show, Coconut, will be on at 10:30 every Saturday morning.
10 or 10:30?
Or 10 a.m. rather, every Saturday morning. And the game watch, I believe Corey usually started those 30 minutes before the game kicked off.
Typically. So it'll bleed right into the next. So whenever Corey's ready to start the next, or start the game watch, that's when Chris will end the call-in show, and then bada boom, bada bing, it goes right into the next one.
Yeah.
That's the hope.
Exciting times. Lots to say.
Yeah. So we'll see who tries to copy that, Chris.
I got a couple of ideas, but you know what? Imitation is the most sincerest form of flattery. True. And we are often imitated but never duplicated.
That's right. We're unique. Have a good night, everybody. I hope that this helped you all. Have a good weekend. Don't let this ruin your weekend, everybody. Life's too short, man. Life's too short. Enjoy your weekend. Be kind to somebody. I owe someone's OH. Sing Carmen High with all your heart. Mika said smile, Chris. Till next time, OH.
IO.
Go Bucks. See y'all Sunday night.